start sharing, and because
This
there will
meeting
be
is being
only
recorded.
13 or 12 or 13 slides. So we'll take not more than 30, 35, 40 minutes maximum. After that, 10 minutes discussion, question, answers, and then we push off. And then on 28th, we might meet. The permanent members will always be there. Mr. Sunil Bakshi is there, Mani Kambaji is there, Nivedita is there, Madam is there. Then uh, अभी शाहीन जी आए थे लेकिन but she has again gone. Probably
No, I'm
you.
here.
Oh, अच्छा, you were there. अभी इसमें नाम ठीक हो गया आपका.
हो गया ठीक?
अभी ठीक हो गया.
Okay.
All right. We start now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I am visible to everybody, I believe so.
Yes, sir.
चलिए शुरू करते हैं सर. So yesterday I will be just putting it up. I just yesterday only we discussed. The last one was heckling, arguing. That means disagreeing with everything you say. Whatsoever you say, the child will say, why this? Why not this? No, sir. No, madam. And keep on arguing. So they try to make a personal attack on the teacher. And as I told you, whatsoever is the reaction of the students are the behavior. That is the reflection of what exactly the teacher is doing. If we also try to mimicry, then certainly they will also try to copy us and do the same thing. So that way, we will be going for the next one is grandstanding. Whenever you are doing something or telling something or particularly emphasizing on some particular topic, what the child will be engaged in is he will be engaged in his or her own agenda, which means which will be detrimental to the other learners. You are teaching mathematics or English language and the student is engaged in mathematics problems doing his homework. First problem is off task behavior of that particular child. And then second thing is that midway in between intermittently he is asking the question to his neighbor student also. So that makes a lot of disturbance for himself, for other learners also. So and sometimes they keep on arguing also. Because whatsoever you say, they have got the main idea in their mind and they keep on thinking on that in a different direction rather than what you are telling. So what are the possible responses of a teacher? You can say you are entitled to your opinion, your ideas are acceptable, but this is not the time to discuss them in length. And मैंने जैसे कल आपको रेमेडी बताई थी, not a single child is willing to sacrifice the personal freedom time, free time, like games period, library periods, lunch time, general knowledge, music, art and craft. These periods they don't want to lose because this is the time when they are freely engaged in personal talks. Not only personal talks, personal discussions. Discussing about something which is not relevant to the, like for what they will be doing in the library. Because these days I have seen, for last 5-6 years I am seeing that when there is a class who has got this thing, a library period, the librarian just sits very cool, not doing anything. Because all the bookshelves are locked. And then what they do is they just put on some magazines on the tables around the table. Some people will start turning and then they start sharing those pictures in them, not reading. Reading habits हमारी, they are vanishing from the system. मोहन जी, इसके बारे में आप कुछ करते हैं?
Yes, reading is actually disappearing from the current time. Most of the
Current generation. Yeah.
yes, yeah. So see, reading more comfortable patient, I mean, to gain the knowledge, because different kinds of books, different kinds of magazine, different kinds of newspapers. If you read, if you read, then you can actually, you will be in the actual world. That is the thing I want to say. Thank you.
That's right. चाहिए. So then the next response can be, can you restate that as a question, whatsoever your ideas are? If you put those ideas as a question, then certainly whole of the class will be able to rethink what exactly you want to say. And they may be able to give in some feedback, some inputs in their own words. And then the last one, as I told you, the free time. We would like to hear more about that if there is time after my presentation or my class or my teaching. So the next now is overt hostility or resistance. That means angry, belligerent, combative behavior. They keep on discussing. Overshooting is there, heckling is there, outsmarting is there, everything is there. And when you keep on not accepting their things, then they, you know, hostility is basically works as a mask of for fear. When a person is afraid of something, like say for example in a fight, he becomes angry. He starts shouting, showing tantrums. So reframe hostility as a fear to depersonalize it. So respond to fear, but not the hostility. Why exactly you are working like that? Why you are angry? I am just asking. We are just discussing. I am putting up the lesson over there. Let us discuss it and move further. But as I told you, the two qualities of a teacher in this profession is to be polite, to be humble, calm, peaceful, to be very much in control of yourself. So keep your temper in check. If you don't disagree, fine, but build on what around has been said. What you have spoken, it should be built around that. Move closer to the hostile person, maintaining eye contact and putting up yours means continuing your own delivery, but keep on moving towards the hostile person. Always allow him or her a way to gracefully retreat. Gracefully, he will or she will do only when you keep eye contact. Don't allow them, don't allow them to do this type of thing. I'm really sorry. Now it's okay. So these might be the possible responses. The next one is side conversation. You are related to subject, you are teaching a particular topic, but they are discussing, you say, murmuring going on in the class while you are delivering your lesson. They might be subject related, they might be personal, and but it is going to distract the people, the all other whole of the class, the students in the class. So don't impress talkers by just pointing them out. Hey, shut up, shut down, keep quiet, but eye contact and start moving. Keep delivering your things, but start casually walking towards those talkers. And if they still persist in talking, okay, fine, class, quiet. Now let Mohit speak it up. He has something to say. Right, Mohit? Whatsoever you are discussing, we would all like you to share them with us. so that we also could come to know what exactly is your mind. Make eye contact, ये हमेशा आपके साथ रहेगा क्लास कंट्रोल के लिए. when I am going to do, अभी आज शाहीन जी का एक रिक्वेस्ट था कि what exactly are the task of vice principal. You see, आर्मी में फोर्सेस में हमारे, चाहे वो डिफेंस फोर्सेस हो या सिविल फोर्सेस हो, ऑलवेज द डिफेंस फोर्सेस की बात करूं तो लेफ्टिनेंट कर्नल जो होता है, ही इज द कॉल्ड 2IC, and 2IC is basically doing every work related to the command in the name of colonel, full colonel. So vice principal in a school setup also does the same thing on behalf of principal. You pass on the instructions and then they carry on the execution. Vice principal can never be seen sitting in the office having a cup of coffee, while principal can be seen 4 to 5 times having a cup of coffee. Now, that is a fact. So when you are standing near the talkers, ask a nearby participant a question so that the new discussion is near the talkers, those who are engaged in talking, rather than pointing them out. And as a last resort, you just stop. ये classroom management में भी मैंने बताया है कि whenever there is a lot of murmuring going on in the class and you are at the top of your voice, teaching, delivering, but nobody is listening, so you start slowing down. Slowing down means lowering down your volume. Start speaking in the lower voice. They will be distracted. Oh, what ma'am is saying. And last resort is you stop totally and wait. Fine, you people finish with whatsoever you have to say, you have to discuss, you carry on. Let us miss out today's lesson. Hardly makes a problem to me. But for you 40 people, it will make a huge difference. So you carry on. Or if you have got important, just stand up and speak it out. The next one is, अब ये हमारा केस स्टडीज के बारे में मैं थोड़ी सी बात करूं. You can unmute yourself. Everybody can unmute yourself, but just only one at a time. The first misbehavior is cheating. Introduction is cheating is something that is nearly impossible to stop, especially for the work that is done outside the class. However, when you do catch students cheating, you should use them to set an example that you hope will deter other students from engaging in the same or similar practices. अब सीन क्या मैं बता रहा हूं आपको. देखिए हेमलता जी बैठी हुई हैं, निवेदिता मैम भी बैठी हुई हैं. Scenario is a high school chemistry teacher is giving a test to the class when he catches two students using answers written on their hands or a slip of paper, handkerchief inside the geometry box. A specific term for this practice. What is the specific term used for this practice? Anybody can speak it out.
Cheating, copying.
नहीं, cheating तो मैंने लिख ही दिया है. But what exactly is the word which is officially used for these type of activities which are not related to the proper working, means exactly giving a test or taking a test rather. This is called, a specific term is using unfair means, UFM.
Unfair means.
Unfair means. Now what should be the response? अब बताइए. चलिए शाहीन जी से शुरू करते हैं. मोहन जी तो स्पोकन में है, अभी शाहीन जी शुरू करें. Then Manikya ji, and then Dhania ji. Number of people are there, educated ones, those who are in education line for quite a long time, established.
So you are asking solutions for the same.
Number one, first only one solution, only what you suggest, only one.
Make them understand that in the school you are doing these unfair things, but in
Fine,
board exams you will not get chance.
fine,
So
fine,
don't
fine.
do this.
Okay, fine. Manikyamba ji, anything you have to suggest? I will be giving you solutions, no problem for that. Anyway, anybody else would like to say something about that? So here are the solutions now. First thing is to take their immediate step is take their present, the current answer sheet and give them both zero, a big zero right then and there only. After taking their paper, give them a new paper to write the rest of the exam or test paper, but within the same time limit, which means the paper has to end at 12 o'clock and you catch a person cheating, two persons cheating using a UFM. So at 11 o'clock you got them, you give them the fresh paper, they will be having only 1 hour to carry on with the rest of the paper. Consequences, I will be telling you the last slide. Both of them could be given several days of detention. You see, cheating, once it is imbued in the blood, it goes up to the extent of bribery. You know that? And then both of them should be given a fresh syllabus and retested after a few days. This is another remedy. If there are any problems, if not, even if there are not, you can give them a new syllabus. Okay, chapter number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 5 chapters you prepare for a week and then we will continue. I will have you test in the library, sitting far apart, and then another test paper. You will be marked afresh for that. The teacher can be creative by giving them an assignment such as writing a paper explaining why cheating is not good. Put up your views. Research karo, discuss karo parents se, apne siblings. Everybody you discuss with them. Your friends, your family members, your siblings, your elders. Why cheating is not good. Write a paper on that. In any case, the matter should be reported to the class teacher. Consequences में भी मैंने यही बात बोली है कि whenever you get anything off guard, off task, misbehavior, I'll be telling you anecdotal records. I'm working on that. On 5th of April, I'll be putting up that webinar on anecdotal records. In that anecdotal record, you must put in this thing: caught cheating or using unfair means in first term exam. So because it becomes, if it is not reported then and there, nip in the bud kehte hai na. Why we do say nip in the bud? So that it can be stopped then and there only. And of course, this may not continue after that, but still if it continues in the consequences I have given, you have to call the parents and contact and then explain their behavior. Why this has happened. They might be cheating back at home also. Cheating is not only in this case only. Cheating might be that the parents might have given them 100 rupees to go and get a bread and 6 eggs or some sandwiches or whatsoever it is. They might escalate the cost and come back, or they keep 20 rupees in their pocket and come back and tell you, 20 rupees, I ate that ice cream. I took that ice cream for 20 rupees. Although he has not done such thing, but this is lying, untruth. And if this is not stopped right in the beginning, then it may develop into a huge, huge problem. Next one is failing to bring appropriate material. When students, just say for example, today you have got a test and you have not mathematics tests. Geometry box is there, everything, pen, paper, pencil, scale, everything is there, but there, the protractor is not there. And we have got a standing rule that in the examination or test, there will be no exchange of material. So what the scene over here is, let us see me. over here, कि 8th grade boy routinely comes to his mathematics class without his books or some other material like geometry box hai. Geometry box is there, but full material is not there. Pencil is not sharpened. Scale is broken or something this and that. And this happens repeatedly. The teacher has given detention also, multiple occasions, but this has not effectively corrected that particular behavior. What will be your response now? If there is response, fine. If there is no response, I move on. मोहन जी आप क्या करोगे ऐसे में? What will be your response? Your means your consequences that the student must face. देखिए मैं बताऊं आपको इसमें सबसे बढ़िया तरीका बेस्ट. There will be two persons assigned to such a boy, such a child. One will be called school buddy, which means school buddy will be that child who is from the same class, living in the neighborhood of that particular child. Every time I will address this child as a Mohit, the problem child. Buddy student or buddy school student or buddy colleague, whatsoever the name you can give, to that particular child who will be reminding him in the games time in the evening when they are playing in the playground nearby in their park. He will be reminding when there will be dispersal, he will be reminding Mohit, tomorrow is mathematics test, take care of all these things, right? Number second, the second person will be, बताइए कौन हो सकता है? Sibling buddy. फैमिली की जब कंसल्टेशन हम लोग करते थे, then I used to call the parents. How many children you have? Sir, we have got 3. Okay, fine. He is eldest? Okay, yes, sir. Okay, the second young. He will be the, Bhaiya, tomorrow is mathematics test. While going to the school bus in the morning, Bhaiya, have you taken geometry box? Checked your geometry box, pencil, pen, everything. So these buddy system works very well. And you know, in the defense services also, we have got the buddy system. They will all remain together throughout their stay in the academy. They help each other, improving. Now, these might be the consequences. Buddy school, buddy home. I told you these two words, buddy sibling. That means the parents will be giving you or reminding you, Mohit, that tomorrow is mathematics test and you have to go. Right. Now the next thing is refusal to complete work. I'll not explain the introduction now. The scene is third grade student has not completed 2 reading assignments in a row. And when asked why, he will be giving you examples. There were some guests back at home, there were some work at home, and he didn't have time to do them. What will be your response? So your responses will be, no student should be allowed to take a 0. Reading assignment mein, there will be no 0 to any of the student. But the remedy is grasp or take up his free time. Games time, detention. Come to the staff room, go to the library, librarian ke saath baithenge, and then complete your reading assignments. Because unless and until we put up the consequences strictly on all the people who are defaulters, this may develop into a habit. What exactly is habit? Mohan ji, aapne to attend kiya tha mera.
जी sir.
Habit वाले में क्या है? There are only 4 steps of making habit, either good or bad. है कि नहीं है? Whatsoever you do repeatedly over a period of time, it becomes your habit. Like getting out of bed in the morning, making your bed in the morning, organize, keep your things organized. When the parents come from the office, he keeps his bag on the sofa set and relaxes on there in itself. So when the child sees this thing, he takes it. into his subconscious that this attitude or this way of doing the things, coming back from the school, throwing the bag here and there, showing the shoes here and there, socks there, lunchbox will be kept in the bag till next morning. But if these things are developed into habit, which means repeatedly they have to be done and repeatedly to be insisted by the parents. And similarly over here also, buddy home again will be a very good idea out here. What? Bhaiya, have you done your homework? Have you done your reading assignment? Have you done your written work? And this will continue. This may irritate the child who is a defaulter, but still the buddy system will work only when it is repeated. This will keep the student from missing a key concept, whatsoever it is. So the parents should be taken into confidence that buddy home system will work when the parent or the sibling work voluntarily, rather than we giving every time we give you steps. No, we have given you the instructions. Now it is your responsibility back at home to check whether the task is being done or not. And if it is for a long time, then specific planning should be done to discourage this type of attitude to become a habit. That I told you earlier. Lest it becomes a habit, you have to stop it then and there only. Next one is conflict between the students. Two fifth grade students come back from the lunch in the school garden upset at each other. The conflict has not become physical, but they have exchanged words without cursing. After some investigation, the teacher determines that the boys are arguing because both of them have a crush on the same girl. Not the proper word is not crush, but they like. They are in the company. They love to be in the company of that particular child. So there is a conflict. Both of them have a competition bringing good food to her for the lunchtime. I have brought you sandwich. I have brought you burger. I have brought you cheese sandwich. I have brought you cheeseburgers. And this type of conflicts, they keep on developing. And you have caught them. What will be the consequence? Rule book, I told you. अभी मेरे से किसी ने शाहीन जी ने मेरे से मांगी थी rule book, but it will be given only once the classroom management is done. Because if I give you the rule book now, it will be a waste of time. You will never be able to follow what exactly is written. Unless and until, Mohanji, if I give you whole PPT of dealing with misbehavior, will you be able to understand most of the things?
No, sir.
If I give you the recording of this, then to some extent you may be able to make it. But unless and until you physically attend a webinar and then go through the recordings, then it will be workable. Or recording be, let us say for today only, it will be around 5 more minutes or might be 10 minutes. It might be. So for 1 hour recording, you cannot go for whole recording in one go. Watch it for 15 minutes, break, take your notes, try to grasp, repeat it in your mind. Have a cup of tea or coffee or just go for a walk. Have some fresh air in your balcony. Come back after 10 minutes. नहीं होता है 1 घंटे बाद 2 घंटे बाद. Again start from beginning. Finish those 15 minutes. They will be getting you revision के लिए you will be getting only 10 minutes or 10% of time. If you have seen 15 minutes, it will be not more than 2 minutes for revision of first 15 minutes. And then go for another 15 minutes. Then break. Then third revision. So typically it goes like this. And then the rule book is for the same thing. Unless and until you see, you attend the classroom management, which will be around 15th of April. Oh, sorry, May. Then I have given everything in the rule book. The only thing is that ki as per your system, you might have to add something more. You cannot delete. I am telling you, whatsoever I have written over there, you cannot delete a single sentence or the single procedure or routine. You cannot. You might be able to add to it. And if you add something, just get back to me. Next one is, अभी हमारा लास्ट के 2 स्लाइड्स रह गए. Depending upon the cause of misbehavior, मैंने I told you right in the beginning कि if you have got misbehavior to be dealt with, deal it with what, Mr. Mon, the what appropriate word should be is consistently. It should not be then कि you have not done the work. Okay, fine, do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow you yourself forget it that Mohit has not done his work. So what will be the consequence of that? Mohit will be again back to the same thing. So what is the fun? Am I right or not?
Excellent.
Interdisciplinary committee in the school, in the classroom itself. Let us say class 8. Hindi teacher, English teacher, maths teacher, science teacher, social science teacher, physical education teacher is always common to all the classes. Whole school he is there. If there is misbehavior, like Dr. Anupama Sharma was yesterday raised a question that a child is abusing or using inappropriate words towards a particular teacher in the washroom or somewhere where he or she are out of observation of other people, then what should be done? So I told you that this interdisciplinary committee will be the best thing for the classroom itself. For a bigger slot, you can have the interdisciplinary committee in the primary section, middle section, secondary section, and senior secondary section. And then for the whole school, when there are Rogu type of students in the class, in the school, those who are engaged in bullying, number one, serious offense. So that impacts or affects whole lot of the student in the school. So there will be 3 committees. One is interdisciplinary committee within the class. Second one, within the section, primary section, middle section, and so on. And one for the whole school, where the vice principal will be the chairperson of that committee. And then just now I told you rule book. As per the rule book, there will be a formation of misbehavior addressing system. It will be referred to that committee. Committee will be set up, and duration of that setup will be 15 days, because those 15 days will be set aside for the detention of the student not going to the class at all. You will come with your parents every day. You report to the police station, go. Anecdotal records, मैंने इसीलिए जो अच्छा, this was a great idea yesterday, that anecdotal records certainly will be a great help for the school to defend themselves, that there is no corporal punishment involved in it. But still we have to take some disciplinary action. And this is the right thing to right way or right approach to address the misbehavior. I will give you everything. Interdisciplinary committee formation, how many will be there, how they will be formed, and then misbehavior addressing system, that is the school disciplinary committee. I will give you everything is there in the rule book, so need not worry about it. The last one is, this is the consequences chart. First is a general reminder. Mohit has not done his homework. A general reminder. Okay, fine. Do it tomorrow morning. But the thing is that, again, I am insisting, this card should be there, put up in your anecdotal records.
What?
Anecdotal records में रखिए आप. Fine. Always keep them up. हर बच्चे के एनेक्डोटल रिकॉर्ड के साथ the last page will be this one, consequences. On the left hand page you can have these different colors for this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 steps. Then first one is general reminder right over there. First reminder given on date such and such by such and such teacher, and the misbehavior was not doing homework. This is a misbehavior. Too much talkativeness in the class. This is a misbehavior. The first is general warning. You may give 2, 3 also for talkativeness. Depending upon the system existing in your school, you can devise the system yourself, but consequences will be same. The second offense, first individual detention, which means you repeat the same thing and your game period is gone. Your lunch period will be in the library with the librarian or in the staff room with me. You have to take your lunch, come with me, we will have the lunch together and we will discuss about this problem. Not doing the homework, we will discuss this problem at a little bit length. Third offense, second individual detention for a longer time, one whole games period. Abhi lunch time 20 minutes, then period is 40 minutes. And then the fourth detention is timeout. Again, now the fifth one is again lunch detention along with the timeout. Everything. Timeout doesn't mean that you just put the child out of the classroom and he will be doing some other act of nonsense or nuisance creating in the corridor for others to follow. They will laugh, boost up his or motivate him, and then again he will be engaged in the same activity. Timeout means sitting with some other teacher in the staff room, in the vice principal's office, in the coordinator's office, where he will be a little bit under pressure that I am again under observation. Then
Is
the
it a
fifth,
kind of punishment?
yes,
Is it a kind of punishment?
no, this is the consequences of misbehavior. This is not punishment. This is not counted. You know, no, you to tell me ki if there are certain cases when the police suspect a particular person to be involved in the crime, they detain them in the police station.
Yes.
First detention, stay over there for 4 hours till we find the next clue or evidence. After 4 hours, he is released. But then the second detention is for a longer, for a different type of situation. Then what the police station, what the police people ask them, not to leave the city without permission or with informing the police station. Am I right or not, Mr. Sunil Bakshi?
I I think it can be called as remedy for behavioral change
That will be right. I will change that consequences, remedial consequences or remedial, what do you say?
because we expect that this thing will end up into a behavioral change for that student.
Yeah, remedial action, है ना? That's right.
Yeah.
I will change it. Consequences भी वैसे इसको ब्रैकेट में एक्सप्लेन करके लिख दूंगा इसको. I will be just putting it in a little bit expanded form. Now the fifth one is parental contact. Now it has come 5 times. We have given him the chance to improve. The fifth one certainly cannot be accepted. So what we have to do? Parents should be asked the next time, and you don't ask the child to call your parents. No, you will be giving them a call. Okay, there have been repeated offenses by Mohit for such and such an offense, and we have given a number of chances, a number of actions we have taken, the number of consequences he has faced, but there is no improvement. So we need your help. The next one, last one, parental contact के बाद भी नहीं होता है, out of the class. That is time out again. The last time. with a red corner notice. अभी black corner notice इसको नहीं बोलते हैं हम लोग. Now it is red corner notice. Giving the notice to the parents. This is the last chance. You repeat it. मैंने रूल बुक के अंदर, मैं बताऊं आपको, इसमें घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है. इन द रूल बुक there will be undertaking on a 5 rupees stamp paper by the parents, and that is very much legal, to take an understanding that for the misbehavior of my child, whatsoever the consequences he might be implicated by the school for his misbehavior are acceptable to me. Under no circumstances you are going to punish that particular child for something out of your bias or prejudice. Nothing. But it should be there. And the last one is official referral suspension. जबकि मैं बताऊं आपको कि if you follow this particular 7-step consequences, you will never be go to cross 4th level, that is time out in the class. 4th level ke beyond you will never be able to go. I will give you everything now. So over here I stop everything, and if you have got any problems, do feel free to contact me via mail or give me WhatsApp message. Whatsoever is possible for you, do it. Now next 5 minutes only we have got for any type of question answers or anything, suggestions, like Mr. Bakshi is just now giving me remedial actions rather than consequences. Anybody can come up. Boliye anybody, if there are no. Chandra Rahaji has joined a little bit late.
I think all understood very well, but I want you to take a session or multiple sessions on role and responsibility of principal and vice principal.
That is, madam, I told you that will be taken. That is on my agenda, but it will be taken as per the routine what I have set for the year.
Okay, already you made your plan for 1 year.
For 1 year, my plans are there.
Okay.
They're all fixed. अभी मेरे को मुंह जबानी याद है ना, on 28th it is Blooms and Rubrics.
Okay.
Then another one will be Blooms in question paper making and assessment. Then 5th April is anecdotal records, because this slot was going a little bit wider. So I have got 15th for classroom management. 15th May, I'm sorry. After 15th of April, I'll be conducting this particular one. Bloom's taxonomy in making question paper and assessment. Both. Sunilji, why don't you share the link with ma'am also, Mrs. Bakshi also? You will be able to get her views also, sir. ये तो family बात है. I am asking these people also, if you have got your family member who is also in teaching line and would like them. शाहीन जी, मैंने आपको एक बात बोली थी, since you are the yearly member of our group, along with you there should be 3 teachers along with you. Now from the next one, you have to make the committees for all the webinars. Those 3 teachers will be working as your committee members to work on that particular module and implement them in the school. Otherwise, alone you will never be.
Yesterday, one of teachers were joined, and today I shared link, but she's busy somewhere.
Oh, madam, busy to puri zindagi busy without business. Whole life goes busy without business.
Again, it's about priorities as well.
Obviously, Mr. Bakshi is here. He is not associated with this school education, but still he
Yeah,
is interested and he is contributing
he
positively.
looked like a military man.
अब बता ही डालो सर.
I have to leave today a little early, so I'm sorry, but I'll be opting out today. We'll join again next time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It was wonderful to have connected with you all. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye. Chalo. So shall we bring this session to an end, Nivedita ma'am? Because if there is nothing for anybody to contribute, then there is no point continuing for next 4 5 minutes more. Fine then, everybody, have a good night, good dinner, and good dreams.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You
you, sir.
everybody
Good
will
night,
get
sir.
the
So
recording
much.
within two
Thank
three
you,
days.
sir.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Ji. Thank you,
Good night,
everyone. Thank
everyone.
you. Good night, Ji.